No, well, look what we got here. A little intruder, aren't you? Well, it's just unfortunate for you that I don't like people catching me in this kind of state, so I'm afraid I might have to kill you. Oh, so this doesn't scare you one bit? Well, I could just ask you to leave and never return, but what's the fun in that? Curiosity, right? Such a charming sickness, though it tends to make otherwise intelligent people do foolish things like spy on me. Why would you spy on the radio demon? Not very clever of you. I should be killing you right away and right now. But it bugs me that you don't seem to be faced by me, the radio demon. So, I might just have a little chat with you. Also, you've seen the mess behind the curtain, so there's no need in pretending the play's fine, right? The show is flawed, like we all are, but anyway, tell me, what exactly do you think you saw? Me going crash out? Oh, I was just losing a little bit of patience, that's all. But I don't crash out. That's something that stupid TV head would do, but not me. Well, so what's your deal, sinner? Are you just performing bravery to not be ashamed of your existence, or are you just stupid? You believe you're not any of those things? Oh, but are you sure? Aren't you just pretending to be all brave and, mighty until your knees start to shake just a little too much? Not shaking, I see. That's interesting. Or don't you know who I am? You shouldn't be so carefree standing next to a Overlord, you see. I start sounding like a Vox. Well, it's not usual like that. A sinner staying calm in my presence rarely happens, so you might understand why I'm a little bit confused. Well, I don't complain, because it is quite entertaining, you might say. So, tell me your name, sinner. I see. Pleasure, quite the pleasure. Now that we got that out of the way, you can tell me who sent you. Was it Vox? Excuse me? Can you repeat that? Worried? You, a small little sinner like you, was worried about the radio demon. Oh, so I didn't expect that, I must admit. But I don't know what to think about that. Worrying about me. It's quite amusing and very unexpected. So, you heard my little crash out. I mean, me losing patience. And your thought was that you want to check up to see if I'm doing alright. I don't know what to think of that, to be quite honest. Well, I can assure you that you don't have to be worried about me. I can take care of myself. As you might know, I'm the radio demon. But it's appreciated that this encounter is something different than usual. You're not begging for your life, you're not trembling, trying to show to me how brave you are. No, this is entirely new. But tell me, what are you doing in hell? That's not very, sinful to be worried about someone. Well, I won't pry if you don't want to talk about it, but, if you ever want to, talk about it, I might have just enough time to, listen, because I like to be entertained too at sometimes, even if it's just by some pitiful sinner like you. Well, anyway, so just that you know, I don't need your pity. I'm absolutely fine as always, because I am quite, powerful, by definition the most powerful sinner in hell. So your pity and your worry is not needed. Well, still it's interesting how all of that, your entire being talking to me, is very unique experience. Bravery is loud and fear very obvious, but you're calm, collected even. Yes, this is amusing, so I might have some more time to chat with you, and if you're not boring, I might even let you live. How does that sound? I don't know, it kind of seems like you're not taking me seriously. But in this specific case, it doesn't bother me that much. It's just so funny to me how you look at me, that gaze. You look at me as if I were a person and not a demon overlord. Well, I guess I once was a person, but that was long ago. I prefer my existence here in hell. Although, I don't know what I would have become if I would have met a person like you when I was alive. Well, I'd rather not know, because I would probably be weak like everybody else. And I like being powerful. You don't understand that concept. Oh, of course you don't, because you're just what you are, a pitiful sinner. Let's make a deal. I could grant you some power, but only if I get to, own your soul. You're not interested. Not at all. Well, well, well. What an odd creature you are. don't look so pleased with yourself now. I'm not complimenting you. I'm analyzing you. That's it. Well, even though I must admit, I kind of do like the way you're different. It's very rare down here, and I like to be entertained. I like to not be bored with how everyone is the same. You're definitely not as everybody else. So, I guess in a way that could be seen as a compliment, but don't get ahead of yourself. Well, no deal then. Alright. Well, I definitely don't intend on killing you anymore, so I guess you're lucky. Today, it worked, whatever you're doing. Or whatever you are. I feel like that is not an act. So, now that I have established that I'm gonna let you live, there's one rule though. You don't mention anything from today. Not a word. I'll know if you do. Are we clear? Fantastic. Oh, I assume you want to say something. People always assume the right words will fix the wrong moments, which is quite an illusion. It's just words. What was that? You care? Oh, my dear, don't you say those things to me. It's gonna make me quite sentimental, and I can't have that. I can't do that. I know how it should be when in power, when not being like you foolish sinners. So don't try and make me weak. Is that what you're trying to do here? Make me weak? No, clearly you're not lying to me. You are genuine, which makes it even worse. I can't have that. If you meet me with such warmth and kindness, I don't know how to handle it. It seems like you actually care about me. How irritating. Don't waste your time caring about overlords like me. You're gonna get yourself killed one day. Not that I would care about that, but be careful. Not everyone is as appreciative of a good chat, you know? It could backfire very quickly. Now, you want to know what? What a foolish question to ask. Why I'm not letting myself be vulnerable and warm? Oh, darling, isn't that clear? My image is what protects me. Being strong, being calm, collected. The moment that slips, you just become a target. You are allowed to be messy. If I stop any of this at any second, well, let's just say I can't afford it. But I feel like right now with you, I allowed myself to do that for just a moment, which is irritating me very much, but I don't mind that much. Well, now, it was interesting talking to you, but I think that was enough emotional talk for an Overlord for a day. So, it was nice and insightful talking to you. But as I said, one single word of any of this to anyone, and you're dead. Are we clear? Perfect. Now leave before I change my mind and decide I want to keep you as a pet. I'm just joking. Well, there's just one more thing that I really want to tell you. You and I, we will see each other again. This is not me asking you, I am stating a fact. We will run into each other again. I know it. Well, it was a pleasure, quite a pleasure. And as I said, be careful. Don't pull whatever you pulled with me with any other powerful demon. Got it? Fantastic. What an interesting day it was. Well, until we see each other again, try not to get killed and try not to become boring. Happens way too fast. But I believe that's not gonna happen. Take it as a compliment. Well, I've got important Overlord things to do. I mean, radio podcasts just don't happen by itself. I've got a lot of work to do. I gotta make sure that everybody knows who's in charge. So, I wish you a pleasant night. And don't go in, make all the people in Sin City fear for their lives with your kindness. You would get along quite well with Charlie, actually. Pay her a visit for me at that stupid hotel. Great. Now, darling, have a wonderful good night's sleep. Goodbye.